Hello, and welcome back to another video. I'm your host, DeanTalksToo. Today we're asking the question, who is JFKShowoff? To answer that, we need to look at his criminal history, the goons he surrounds himself with, and some of his more recent online behavior. JFK's real name is Randy. On May 31st, 1999, Randy was arrested for receiving a stolen motor vehicle, possession of burglarious instruments, and malicious damage to a motor vehicle. He was officially charged with those offenses on July 1st, 1999. Now to be fair, these charges are nearly 27 years old, but I still think they're relevant to mention. Does that automatically make Randy a thug? I think it's a little too early in the video to answer that question. Next, let's talk about the crew Randy surrounds himself with. The reoccurring cast of characters that appear on his streams and panels. First up, we have Kevy Kev. Honestly, there's not much to say about him, so I'll let this song by Toy74 do the talking. Link to her channel in the description.
Yeah. Kevy Kev. Let's think about it. Deep thoughts with Kevy Kev. Yeah. Staring at the wall like what if? Deep thoughts with Kevy Kev. Asked the question, forgot the point, missing its matter. Or what if time ain't real but lunch still is? If a thought thinks itself, did it ask permission first? Hold up, never mind, that's deep though there. Deep thoughts with Kevy Kev. Eyes half closed, nodding like he solved it. Deep thoughts with Kevy Kev. No answers, just vibes, baby. Interesting. Let that sink in. Kevy Kev.
Secondly, we have James Jackson. You may remember him from the Karen Reed fundraiser livestream, where he appeared almost completely incoherent while questioning Karen Reed's father about his, quote, gold chain.
Mr. Reed, can I just ask you a question? Are you wearing your gold chain tonight over that turtleneck? Is that your gold chain?
He's always styling.
Yeah.
I think it's just
And finally, everyone's favorite internet tough guy, Jay Brill. This wannabe YouTube tough guy likes to threaten women online.
I'm gonna let you know I did my homework on Mary B. She better shut up because she don't want me to come on with her shit. I will put her on blast real quick.
you might as well, bro. I mean, there's no holds barred at this point.
Together, these four are what many online have started calling Hood Booger Radio. Here we can see Jay Brill appearing on James Jackson's show on February 19th, 2026. During the stream, they discuss Massachusetts journalist and YouTuber Aiden Carney, better known as Turtle Boy, and joke about how they haven't showed up to one of his court hearings, but maybe they will.
Well, I'll tell you, this time we tried to do the right thing by not showing up and making anybody feel uncomfortable at a court date, especially during your court date, a big court date. You know, we tried to do the right thing. We thought we were doing the right thing, but now it's like we do the right thing and we get shit on for it for doing the right thing. So I think we're gonna show up to the next one and have a slice of pizza. It's only right. I mean,
Less than a month later, on March 12th, 2026, they followed through. But not at one of Turtle Boy's hearings. Instead, Randy sent Jay Brill to confront Turtle Boy outside of Kelsey Fitzsimmons' pretrial conference, all while Randy livestreamed the encounter for content.
You rather have cancer beat a 60-year-old lady, bro? Is it cool? What's a hood booger, bro? Aiden? What's a hood booger, bro?
I email you all the time. We are email friends.
Thank you very much.
I thought it's a conflict of interest, Aiden. Why are you here? Isn't it a conflict of interest? You couldn't cover Jigger, but you're here? What's up, dude? Answer some questions, Aiden. No matter why you avoiding the questions, bro? Okay, he's scared.
Of course I can. Yeah, sure.
I'm scared.
Aiden Kearney, take some pictures, you loser.
And things escalated quickly. In an embarrassing moment caught on camera, Jay Brill assaulted a 15-year-old girl, smacking her hand for recording him the exact same way he himself was recording Turtle Boy.
Real world. No, we're in the real world. We're in the real world. We're not on the internet no more, Aiden. We're not in the internet no more. We're on real life ground, dude. This ain't internet no more, bro.
So bad. This ain't no internet,
You're
dog.
a clown.
Randall, give
You're
him
a
the script.
clown.
Give him the script,
You're
Randall.
a clown. You are like 15 years old.
why
You
you
better
keep
get out of my
hitting
face. You are
me?
15 years old. Get out of my
You're
face.
gonna hit a woman.
I moved that camera. You shouldn't be all up in my face then.
Most people would be mortified acting like this in public, but shame doesn't seem to be a factor here. More recently, on May 23, 2026, JFK live-streamed an interview with Natalie Sharilla, the mother of Mackenzie the Killer Sharilla. Mackenzie Sharilla was convicted in 2023 for intentionally crashing her vehicle into a building, killing her boyfriend Dominic Russo and friend Davian Flanagan. But during the interview, Randy repeatedly got both Mackenzie's name and, more importantly, the names of the victims wrong, which strongly suggests he did little to no research before conducting the interview on his channel.
First and foremost, I want to say, sorry for your loss with Dom. I know you knew Dom and you knew Damien. So sorry for your loss and what you're going through. I know it's tough. And thank you for being here and taking your time, first and foremost. Just don't understand, like, the mindset of a juvenile and where we're at, with kids. These kids nowadays, how old's Natalie? She's 21, correct?
Mackenzie. You mean Mackenzie?
Mackenzie, my bad.
Yeah.
And finally, the issue that may say the most about Randy's character. As of May 25th, 2026, YouTuber MadStork83 received not one, but 2 copyright strikes from Randy. On screen now are the videos Randy claimed infringed on his content. Randy went on to defend himself last night regarding the DMCA takedown request he filed against MadStork. He stated that he filed the copyright strikes due to defamation, and he'll file DMCA takedown requests on anyone who lies about him.
But you want to make a division and talk about copyright strikes. I got to do what I got to do going further, and I'll strike anybody who's using my content, trying to make a name for themselves, not having an opinion. You want to use my content? Fine. You want to have an opinion and say, I don't like his hat, I think he talks funny, he's stupid, that's fine. But if you start drawing narratives and fake thoughts and putting accusations against me, then you will be copyright striked, because that's not the truth. That's defamation.
Randy dug his hole deeper by claiming that because YouTube allowed him to file a copyright strike and claim it was due to defamation, that it is a valid copyright strike.
And look at this clown. Like, bro, why are you here? Why are you here? But I'll take your comment, bro. Defamation is not a copyright infringement. Maybe you should consult a lawyer. It's 2 different lawsuits. See, that's where you're wrong, my dude. That's where you're wrong. Because let me tell you something. When you fill out a copyright strike, right? They ask you why. And you fill it out and you tell them why. They lead the way. There's only so many options, okay, that you have when you're striking somebody, when you don't want the content coming down. So it falls underneath the copyright. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's a copyright strike for something they said. It's basically they're using your content and then they say, okay, you got to be a little bit more clear on why using your content is a problem and it's not fair use. And you say, and all I did was put one word, defamation. And they went in there and they did their little AI bots and they found fit. And they said, okay, and they took it down. That's it. Now, of course, he's going to turn around and he's going to get it back up, and that's cool. But just don't talk about me. Don't use my content.
In a bizarre turn, Randy then goes on to admit that MadStork's usage of his content was fair use.
He can use my shit, but he's defaming me. And then that falls underneath copyright. That's how they do it. That's not me manipulating the system. That's what it is. And I'm sure he'll get them videos back because technically it is fair use.
If Randy really thought he was being defamed, he didn't have to falsely file a DMCA takedown. He could have easily filed a report for defamation. Furthermore, Randy admitting that Madstork's usage of his content, being fair use, not only brings up ethical concerns, but legal concerns as well. When falsely copyright striking a YouTube account, you aren't breaking some sort of YouTube bro code, or even YouTube TOS, you're actually lying under oath, which is why YouTube points out that your takedown request is under penalty of perjury. Madstork creates commentary videos similar in style to Randy's own content, and apparently, Randy has no issue criticizing others, but suddenly has a problem when he becomes the topic himself. Fortunately for Madstork, YouTube has already accepted both counterclaims. Now, the only question left is whether Randy actually escalates this to federal court. And somehow, I doubt that's gonna happen. In my opinion, there's nothing more pathetic than abusing YouTube's copyright system to silence criticism and suppress other people's protected free speech. I know exactly who you are, JFK. You are a coward, a thug, a false striker, but most importantly,
You are a clown!